Picture a Tuesday morning in a classic sunlit classroom. You have wooden desks, dog-eared books, and right in the middle of it all, the blinking cursor of a glowing laptop screen. It is the exact point where centuries of educational tradition meet a technology moving faster than we can track of the student's usual voice. And immediately, the anxiety sets in. In schools everywhere, that anxiety triggers an exhausting arms race. We buy expensive detection software, write rigid plagiarism policies, and quickly find ourselves locked in an adversarial game of cat and mouse with the very students we are supposed to be guiding. The entire panic boils down to one simple, defensive question. How do I catch them? Did they cheat? Framing AI strictly as a cheating problem turns the classroom into a surveillance state. It reduces a teacher's job to performance monitoring while overlooking the deeper impact this technology has on a student's development. Christian education centers on formation, the deliberate shaping of who the student is becoming. This objective reaches far beyond simple data transfer or economic preparation. Cognitive scientists and the book of Proverbs actually agree on a crucial point. The struggle to learn is the actual mechanism of learning. Wrestling with a difficult concept, failing and trying again, is what builds genuine understanding. This animated flowchart maps the path from encountering a new idea to truly understanding it. That jagged, winding line is the necessary human friction. AI offers a straight, glowing shortcut that delivers a polished output while bypassing that friction entirely. And that friction is exactly where character is built. Patience, perseverance, intellectual humility, these virtues form when we sit with difficulty. The AI shortcut leaves that path barren. We need to replace the question, did they cheat, with a better one. Who are they becoming? True education demands that we protect the learning process itself. The friction is a feature, not a bug, because the friction is what sanctifies and prepares a student for life. To figure out how to handle this, we have to start with the imago Dei, the belief that humans are created in the image of God, uniquely designed with the capacity to reason, create, and think. A traditional tool like a word processor enables human creation. Generative AI is different because it can simulate human intelligence, performing the distinctly human act of reasoning on our behalf. That creates a specific risk of idolatry. It is deeply tempting for a student to trust a machine's instant knowledge over the slow, costly development of their own God-given mind. Look at this conceptual model of stewardship based on the parable of the talents. We are given a mind, represented by this central note. The master expects us to invest and multiply those gifts, shown by this upward, expanding path, rather than bury them out of fear or convenience. In a classroom setting, a student who uses AI to bypass the hard work of thinking is essentially burying the talent. The inputs stagnate, the capacity atrophies. Using AI in school is a moral question of stewardship. We have to decide if we are honoring God by cultivating our capacities or surrendering them to a server farm. Theology is essential, but a teacher needs a practical way to apply it on a Tuesday afternoon when deciding whether a specific AI tool belongs in their lesson plan. This 3-column matrix offers a stewardship test, starting with diminishing use. These applications must be resisted. This happens whenever the AI does the thinking for the student, allowing them to skip human formation. The middle column is neutral use, which requires discernment. These tasks save time on purely administrative work, like formatting citations, where no real human formation was happening in the first place. Finally, we have multiplying use. Here, AI extends and challenges human capacity. The technology acts as a tool that elevates the user rather than a replacement that diminishes them. For example, a student might write an essay, then use AI as a sparring partner to generate counterarguments. The AI serves as the catalyst for deeper thinking, while the student remains the primary author and defender of the work. This spectrum rescues educators from the binary choice of banning AI or embracing it blindly. It replaces panic with a rigorous theological decision matrix. Now let's translate that framework into the classroom. To thrive in an AI-present world, we have to rethink how we ask students to prove what they know. It starts with a simple mental check before you hand out any rubric. Call it the pre-mortem. If a student uses AI to complete this task, does the formative work still happen? If the answer is no, the assignment needs a redesign. One of the most effective redesigns is requiring visible thinking. This means students must submit the messy, developmental steps of their intellectual journey right alongside the final product. Artificial intelligence is not the enemy of Christian education. AI can generate a flawless document in seconds, but it cannot authentically replicate a human's personal record of dead ends, revisions, marginalia, and late-night breakthroughs. When you shift the focus to visible thinking, the classroom dynamic changes. You stop being a detective hunting for plagiarism and return to being a mentor guiding a genuine learning process. Students watch what we do, so we must model this directly. Teachers should transparently show their classes how they faithfully use AI in their own professional practice to structure rubrics or refine lessons. While many schools are trapped in a policy-driven panic, Christian educators have a distinct advantage, a shared theological language that gives meaning to the struggle. This approach produces graduates who pair their academic marks with genuine, hard-won competence, ready to be deployed in service to others. Artificial intelligence is not the enemy of Christian education. By threatening the shortcuts, it actually clarifies our mission to form the soul, making that work more visible and more urgent than ever before.